Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 5th grade concept of simplifying expressions in order of operations. This is standard 5.4F in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 2 off the 2019 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So Rebecca is buying some air filters, and she's buying 8 air filters. Each of them costs $16.95, and then she's got a coupon off her total cost. So we need to figure out how much she paid. So let's see if we can just kind of draw a strip diagram just to visually represent this. This is our total. Trying to figure out how much she paid. So I'm just going to use this little bar. I'm going to cut it into eighths. That's going to represent my air filter. So cut it in half, cut each half in half to make fourths, cut each fourth in half to make eighths. So each of these are going to be $16.95. So I'm just going to write $16.95, and it's a bit small. So I'm just going to draw little lines to show that it goes all the way down. All right, so I've got 8 sets of $16.95. And then I've got this $7.50, so I'm just going to kind of draw another little box right here. And I'm going to say $7.50. So really what I'm looking for is from right here to right there. The 8 sets of $16.95, and then I want to take away that $7.50. So let's see what we have here in our expression. And you see we've got a little bit of order of operations, so let's just take a look at those real quick. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So we start with parentheses. We don't really deal with exponents here in 5th grade. We'll get to that in 6th grade. We've got multiply and divide, and I'm going to draw a line. Separate those two from the rest, and I want you to understand that multiplication and division are inverse operations. That means they are on the same level. If you see division first, it's fine to do that first, left to right. Same with addition and subtraction. Those are inverse operations. We have to put them in a certain order to make our little saying work, but go ahead and do a subtraction first. If you see that before an addition, that's an inverse operation from addition. So we really only have 2 different operations. So we have a multiply and we have a subtract. Now what I'm going to do is watch this. I'm going to rewrite this without the parentheses. I'm just going to say 8 times 16.95, $16.95. Take away that $7.50 coupon. Well, if I were to look at this very first expression, I would take care of our multiplication first because it's within the parentheses, right? We always take care of our parentheses first. But I remove the parentheses, and so I'm left with simply 2 different operations, multiplication and subtraction. And guess which one I'm going to do first? I am still going to do this multiplication because remember, multiplication comes before subtraction, which means that the parentheses here that were written are not necessarily needed. So it's a nice visual reminder as to what we need to do, but sometimes we put extra parentheses in there. We don't really need them. They just help us visually separate what we need to do first. So let's do this. Let's take our $16.95. Let's multiply by 8. So that's going to be 40. I've got 9 times 8 is 72. Add the 4 is 76. I've got 8 times 6 is 48. Add that 7. It's going to be a 55. 8 times 1 is 8. Add that 5 is 13. So I've got 13560. Count, I've got 2 digits behind the decimal in my factor, 2 digits behind the decimal now in my product. 13560, which is not a choice, which is good, because remember, I need to take off that 750, but I was hoping they wouldn't put that as a answer choice because that might get some of us messed up. So we are going to line up the decimals when we subtract, and we're going to subtract that now. We're going to have 12810, which means our answer here is H.